Hey, sixth graders. As I read through your work and watch you in class, I find myself thinking that this is a class of writers. Some of your pieces make me laugh, and others make me want to cry. I've written notes about each one of you as a writer, listing the things you already know how to do. Today, as we work on our next element of personal narratives, I want to reference the chart I put up from last year of strategies for generating personal narrative writing, which is what you'll see on your screen right now. We'll go through each of these elements, but today I want to teach you one specific strategy, one that helps people write powerful stories. It usually works to jot moments that have been turning points in your life. These might be first times or last times, or they might be times when you realize something important. Then you take one of those moments and write the whole story, fast and furious. Let me show you how to use one of these strategies. Thinking of first times I did something, thinking of last times I did something, and thinking of times when I realized something important, because these are all ways for me to think of turning point stories. In order to come up with a first or last time, I take something, anything, that I do all the time. So I'll pick ice skating. Then I think, when was the first time I ice skated? Then I remember a time, maybe not the first, but an early time, when I skated out to an island and pushed a little red chair in front of me so I wouldn't fall. I might come back to this memory and add more to it if I want. The exciting thing, though, is that when I start to think of the first time I did one thing, usually a dozen other firsts will pop into my head and I can list them, knowing I can return to this list and pick one to turn into my personal narrative if I want. So I have the first time I went ice skating, I'm thinking of the first time I held my puppy, and the first time I moved into my new house. So I've been brainstorming first time something has happened to me, but I also could think about last times. So a last time that comes to mind is the last time I visited my grandfather at the hospital and said a sad, confused goodbye. Another memory that comes to mind is the last day of school when I taught fifth grade in Mason City and how sad I was because I knew I wasn't going to see my students anymore. When I want to pick a topic for a personal narrative that will make a really good story, one that will have the shape of a story, a beginning, a middle, and an end, and one that matters, it often helps to think about turning point moments. And now that you've seen how to do this, I sometimes brainstorm first times, last times, and times when I realize something important. My brainstorming leads to a list, and then I choose one moment from the list that I believe is the most significant to write about in detail. Now I want you to try this strategy. In your notebook, just like I did, make a list of the first and last times. Don't tell the whole story, but zoom in on an intense part of the time, just like I did. Writers, I hope you are seeing that when you want to pick a topic for a personal narrative that will make a really good story and will be one that matters, it often helps to think about those turning point moments from your life.